caught you off guard. By my guns.
Food. Stim packs. Fully stocked.
I'm just so hungry all the time.
Ooh, that's some firepower there.
If the fog doesn't get us, the storms will. My kids ain't gonna believe the stories about you. Gotta find the password. Just like that, no wonder you wiped out those crabs.
Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it. I got your Mirelurk carapaces. Finally, it's done. Everything that can be welded, duct tape, or superglued to the damn docks, all there. Feels like I can finally sit a spell and relax. Take this. It's well earned.
So, what are you planning next?
Been far too long since I've taken to the sea. It calls me, but that's for another day, mainlander.
Mariner.
Shouldn't take too long to work the carapaces into the harbor.
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world. Buy my guns now.
Need it? Bait shop's got it.
I'll be damned if I give up on taking back my land.
Talk with Alan. I don't have time for you.
Hey,
What's the plan? Got something for me?
your thoughts?
Who do you think actually won the war? Nobody, I guess.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Sure thing.
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
Bait shop's got it.
I can barely tell us apart.
Avery.
Keep up, small Bertha.
I hope the harbor's being good to you.
I have to go.
Be well. Old Longfellow knows what he's about.
Guns, guns, and more guns.
Take it one day at a time.
You took me away from my home.
Tink didn't mean anything by it, Mitch.
I swear, her tail's a menace.
Hey there.
Does she even know In my day, everyone does the captain dance. Maybe 2-3 times a year. So don't get no ideas. Fine.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk like there. Call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially, wouldn't even be a far harbor left without those.
What's a fog condenser?
The condensers are a tricky bit of science. They keep the fog away. Powered by the wind farm, the synth fellows got up and running. Us islanders don't particularly like being obligated to them. But there you have it.
Everyone's got their price. How many caps is this gonna run me?
Keep your caps. If you're set on doing this, I'll take my pay in whiskey. The bartender Mitch sells it. Grab me a flask, and then we can work on getting you to Acadia alive.
Perfect.
If you need a room, see Mitch.
Booze for the belly or bunk for the night?
I could use a drink.
Plenty of selection. Mainlanders think the island's easy. Well,
Excuse me.
You got my whiskey yet?
Dude, can't I just pay you?
If you need me, then we do this my way. 1 bottle of whiskey.
Excuse me.
You got my whiskey yet?
Here you go.
Ah, now you're talking. I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Should I make any other preparations?
Ammo, stim packs, maybe a rocket or 3. Worse than Myra lurks out there.
I need to take care of a few things.
Handle your necessities, then off with you.
Cassie Dalton says she's the oldest on the island. Bah, it's me. I will live forever. I, for one, won't go down unless I'm roaring drunk.
Hey,
You ready to head to Acadia?
let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
Drown your worries in cheap booze.
Let's head out of town. Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road.
You're from the Commonwealth,
Foul
right?
sin, but it'll help. We need to move through the old mountain trail to get work. Fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. See, the fog can do a number of things. Get you all turned around. There's something in your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with. Here's the mountain trail. We stick to this and we'll make it to Acadia. Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear, but you never know. When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled. But they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic, that's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes, beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with entrance into our family.
Okay. Sign me up.
Excellent. Head to the nucleus. There, Adam's plans for you will be revealed.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move. Up ahead, the air is clean. No fog. Acadia is not too far now. And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. If you need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Leaving already? Don't you want to see what happens next?
You saying you want me to stick around and watch your back?
You should come with me. I can still use your help.
All right. Why the hell not? Beats drinking alone.
thoughts?
Got a chill in my bones that won't come out. Too many nights out sleeping in the fog.
Your thoughts?
Whiskey's running low. Better find some more, and soon.
Your thoughts?
Just once, let me find a pair of socks that don't have holes in them.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
Ain't figured you out yet, so I can't rightly say.
It's time for you to head home.
Come find me if you need me again, and I'll be ready. Might even be sober, too.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right. Building a collection or something?
know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors. I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
We need to get back to why we're here. Kasumi Nakano.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
No. But if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
I'm not gonna tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory, in the Institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some neural process. That was every day for months. Strapped down, operated on, and then I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours?
I was with my husband. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my son, Sean. And... well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings... that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
I've heard enough. Where is Kasumi Nakano?
Of course. Kasumi is usually working down below. You can see her whenever you like. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Did you need anything else before you go?
I'm just gonna tell you right now, Dima. I'm in the Institute.
That's quite an admission to make. I'm used to the Institute striking from the shadows. I'll say this to you. I'm not your enemy. I only wish to live here, in peace, with my people. As a scientist, can you not see the value of independent synth life? You have a chance here to witness how wondrous that could be. All you have to do is do nothing. Don't tell your fellow researchers about us. Don't tell them we're here.
Fine. I'll keep your secrets, for now.
Thank you. Now, was there anything else I can do for you?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost... I know how frightening it is, the risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Ideals aren't gonna protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No. No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
I was having a hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the atom lunatics.
They're nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm concerned about you, Dima. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest Faraday, relax. All will be fine.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
So you're a synth?
I am. I hope that's not a problem for you. Dima has worked hard to create a place for us where we can be safe from those who don't accept us. He's put so much of himself into this, all his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about, well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
You do all this work yourself?
Mostly, yes. I get help from the others when I can. But no one else really understands Dima the way I do.
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. They're effective, but have such a limited range. Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
Dima looks like he's had a lot of work done.
Well, That's certainly an understatement. Between the two of us, we've made so many modifications. He was just a prototype, never built for all this. It took a lot to overcome the limitations of the original design and expand his memory. It really is remarkable, isn't it? He's overcome so much. He's become so much more than he once was. And all he thinks of is others.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here. So, does this sound like something you could handle?
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there. And what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once. And I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Not so long as you're carrying it.
Only opens with a key. Would need the key. Hey.
What? Oh, sorry. Just got my head full of what Dima was talking about. It's a bit of a shock. What do you think he is, really? Family?
Before I answer, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll keep. Don't worry. Just need to figure this all out.
Honestly, I don't know what to think, Nick.
Yeah. Guess that makes two of us. I spent a long time wondering if the Institute had made any other prototypes. If I was just a failure, or they gave up, or just plain got bored. I always thought I was just more of their discarded trash. Never thought of the possibility that someone wanted me out. Helped me escape. There's gotta be some kind of proof out there. What really happened between me and Dima? I'd appreciate it if we could keep an eye out.
What kind of proof would we be looking for?
I don't know. But our best bet is to keep looking into Dima and Acadia.
Of course, Nick. We'll find something.
Thanks. I know we don't have much to go on. Just keep me in mind if you find something that might give us some answers.
Heads up.
I need something?
Oh, nothing.
Got it.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
So you're saying you could have done a better job of it? Didn't know it was a competition.
Yes, absolutely. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth, and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find freedom.
Tell me about Acadia.
Dima's told you most of what you need to know. It's as safe as we can make it for now. With every new synth we rescue, we're better able to defend ourselves.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing, well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
What's the problem?
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
You have any leads on where he might be?
You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
Heads up.
I'm listening.
Look alive.
There's something you need? Sure thing. Taste. Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? I'm on a dive. Thanks. What did I miss?
That's it.
So, I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
You're the one who lives here. What do you think of it?
Well, I think it's all rather compelling. This island, with all of its danger and beauty, predates you and I. The ecosystem isn't what it once was, but it has adapted, and it will continue to adapt, long after we're gone. What's important, really important in the long run, is understanding it, and then passing that knowledge along to those who will follow us.
So, what exactly are you doing?
As much as I can, given limited resources. Cataloging specimens, observing evolutionary trends, compiling data for future generations. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy, but I'm your best chance of medical assistance should you require it. Since Dima has approved of you, I'm more than willing to offer help.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
It was originally a place of science. I like that about it. Feels like home in a way. I don't mean the Institute when I say home. More that, I don't know, that abstract feeling of belonging someplace. We all belong here, in our own way. Dima's to be thanked for that. Can I help you?
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting, but it means there's hope, right?
Are you disappointed with what you found?
I mean, look, I don't want to sound ungrateful. If it weren't for Acadia and for Dima, I'd probably be dead. I guess I was just hoping for more somehow. When I first escaped, I had no idea what to do with myself. I was so lost, so scared. But I heard rumors of Chase and what she was doing, that she was bringing people to a safe place. A place just for us. And now here I am, for all it's worth.
So now you're here. What comes next?
I don't know. I really don't. I've just gotta keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
Why do you care?
I suppose I don't, really. Just not too many visitors lately. That new girl, and now you. That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. Little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
Is there anything you care about?
I mean, staying alive is preferable to not. Beyond that, what's the point of caring? Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
Anything interesting you can tell me about Acadia?
God, no. Have you looked around this place? Death by boredom is a legitimate concern. So, come on. You want to do a little trading?
So, what's your story?
Me? No story here. Not one that matters, anyway. Like I said, it's not worth holding on to. Nice of you to ask, though.
Hi.
Need something?
Let's see what you have.
The best Acadia has to offer, coming right up. Need something?
Did you need something?
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
You're already taking care of it, aren't you?
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Is there a problem with my being here?
Maybe. Maybe not. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
I've just gotta keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
Did you need something?
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us got.
I've been told the Valentine Detective Agency signs are an eyesore, but they sure bring in the business.
You're new here too, huh? I mean, I haven't been here that long myself. Honestly, I'd be dead right now if it weren't for Chase. Turns out it's pretty hard to live as a synth in the Commonwealth.
Do you think you're better off now that you're here?
Oh, absolutely. I don't have to pretend, I don't have to lie, and I don't worry that someone's gonna kill me in my sleep. Or worse. I'll see you around, okay?
Did you need something?
like they used to.
Nice. Can't pick this.
You see a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Hey there.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Every day's a struggle here. But at least we don't have to hide. Every day's a struggle here. But at least we don't have to hide.
Maybe if I reroute the sensors? Energy output on these things are terrible. Who designed this? I'd almost have better luck rebuilding this from scratch.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Listen, do you have any proof that you're actually a synth?
Little things.
dreams of waking up in a lab. Years I can't remember from when I was a kid. Not to mention how I never quite fit in back at home.
I know. It must be hard for you. I just want to make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Yeah, so I am. I mean, yes. I believe I'm a synth, but there's something wrong here with Acadia. There's more going on than just the refuge. I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've done enough running.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
What are you talking about?
Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
You don't trust Dima? After you came all this way for him?
I didn't come to Acadia for him. I came here because this place offered answers. And now that I found a place I belong, I'd rather not lose it all if Dima is secretly planning to destroy everything.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
This'll be easier if I just talk to Dima. Convince him that he needs to be honest with us.
All right. Good luck. Let me know what you find out.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
I swear someone has the key to that storage room. Maybe Cog? He's always moving supplies around as they come in.
Hey, Dima.
Feel free to say whatever is on your mind.
Kasumi says she's seen parts of your memories. Death projections. For Far Harbor and the center of the island.
That's unfortunate. She should be focusing on herself, her new life. She shouldn't have to bear the burden of the outside world. Please, this is a matter best left to me and my advisors. We aren't planning to destroy the island. Those projections were merely to help us realize the cost of inaction.
Just a handy reference, huh? Expect us to just take your word on it?
What are you talking about? What are you planning?
That's my responsibility to bear. I'd ask that you not trouble yourself with it.
I'm getting sick of this whole noble leader bullshit from you, Dima. Now stop hiding and tell me the truth.
All right, you've made your point. There's a conflict that's been brewing on this island shortly after we built Acadia. Between Far Harbor and the Children of Atom.
Simply put, they want to kill each other, and each side wants us to help them.
We've tried to stay neutral, but Far Harbor was going to be wiped out by the fog, so that's when we built the condensers for them.
And I was friends with the previous leader of the Children of Atom, Confessor Martin. I even gave them their headquarters, the submarine base they named the Nucleus.
Which was a mistake, because Martin is gone and the new Confessor, Tectus, is completely insane.
He's been threatening us, to force us to choose a side. I left behind something very important in that submarine base I gave them.
Dima's earliest memories are stored in the military computer banks in that base. The pre-war security systems and Confessor Martin's goodwill were supposed to keep them safe.
But now Tectus is in charge, and he's after Dima's memories. We don't even know what's in them.
But we do know that I spent nearly a century on this island alone. Whatever's in there is too dangerous to allow Tectus to get his hands on them.
You left your memories behind? How does that work?
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer banks to expand, to give me room to ponder, see new things. I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the sub-base to the Children of Atom. I thought they were safe.
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the Children of Atom view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The Children of Atom on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different, but who am I to judge? I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
I see. So what can I do to help?
If you're willing to retrieve what I've lost, and bring my memories back to me, then we'd all be one step closer to solving this conflict without bloodshed.
You'll have to get through the Children of Atom's base. You're new on the island, so you might be able to pose as a recruit.
Then, once you get to the memory banks, you'll have to use a special program Dima and I have been working on to break through the security systems.
It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
So how does this program work?
There will be a fairly ordinary-looking terminal with some attachments. The program will give you access to the terminal. Once you attempt to obtain a memory, your perspective might shift a little. Just relax then. The program will explain things to you as you need them.
I'll get your memories, Dima.
If we're lucky, the pre-war defenses have kept the Children of Atom at bay. But that means you'll have to get past them yourself. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
Dima?
Please work quickly. I don't know how long my memory banks will be safe from the children of Adam.
I should get going.
Of course.
You building a collection or something?
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
About the children of Adam, what do you know about them?
Well, I heard about them a little bit back in the Commonwealth. Radiation worship, something like that. I wasn't in Far Harbor long, but there's a lot of hatred for them there. I overheard someone talking about killing a child of Adam missionary. I can see why Dima would be worried. We just need to make sure we know he's not up to something else.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. I'll bet that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
So, say I get the memories. What then?
If it's something that would really threaten the island, then it's better out of the hands of the children of Adam. Or Far Harbor, even. And if Dima really can't be trusted, we'll have his own memories to confront him with.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
Maybe someday more places in the world will accept us for who we are. If it weren't for Acadia, I'd be dead. No question about it. You talked to Cassie Dalton? Shame what happened to her family.
You here for doctoring?
I need to talk to you about a missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
If that synth got lost somewhere on the island, he could be in real trouble. Don't you care about that?
Look, friend, no offense. What I care about is my business.
Ah, that famous Far Harbor hospitality. How could you not love it?
It grows on you. Will there be anything else?
Look, Chase sent me. So unless you want to piss her off, you better lose the attitude right now.
Chase. The name sounds vaguely familiar. I can't quite place it. Anyway, you want to buy something?
I'm working with Chase. She told me that your designation is L792.
Okay, I believe you. Keep it down, all right? It's real private information. I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe early 20s with white hair. Goes by the name Derek. Thing is, he showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. Thought a courser was on his tail, so he rushed the timetable. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless, looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes and attracting unwanted attention. Tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog. That was the last I saw of him.
Can you tell me anything else? I'm gonna need more information than that if I'm gonna find the synth.
I wish I had more to give you. He disappeared into the fog, and I haven't seen him since.
That synth could be wandering around out there right now, lost in the fog. I'm gonna need more than that.
I've told you everything I know, all right? You think I wanted this to happen? Well, I didn't. Look, if you're really going after that synth, I'm pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Maybe you could head that way. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who go out in the fog to help a synth, especially one they don't even know. I feel like shit about what happened. I really do. I hope you can make it right.
Need some doctoring?
To waste now, would we?
There's a trail of blood.
Fresh meat crawling in from the fog. Don't care if it's Mirelurk or man.
Ugh, they're cannibals?
We survive.
I'm not looking for trouble. I just need to find someone, a young man with white hair. You help me, I'll leave.
Yeah, we found him. One of the fog's creatures already attacked him. He was bleeding out, but, you know, why waste the meat? Here, well, what's left? Take it. Now go. Don't come back.
Boss is generous for now. Next time, we hunt you down.
Hey.
I hope the fog takes you, outsider. You're lucky we don't kill you, outsider.
You have what you wanted. Now go. Leave.
Look alive.
Do something for you?
Over here.
Fog. The deep vapor. So sweet. So deadly.
Go ahead.
Wait there.
I'll stay put.
Go.
Hey.
I'll see
Come
what I
on.
can do.
It's good to see you again, brother.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
Of course.
Poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way.
Hey,
Do something for you?
move here.
Count on it.
Hey,
Go
hold
ahead.
position.
Guess I'll settle in then.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
You said this wasn't the first time a synth has gone missing.
Of course not. For someone without weapons or field training, crossing this island is deadly. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Hi.
Did you need something?
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
You've already done enough. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes?
tell me about yourself, Faraday.
Me? I don't know why you'd care. I escaped the Institute, just like others here. Never had my mind wiped, thankfully. I like to think I came along right when Demon needed me. I found him before all this, before Acadia. He needed my help, though he refused to admit it. He's always been stubborn like that. Anyway, I've been by his side ever since, making sure he has everything he needs.
Sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
Hey, Dima.
Did you need something?
I should get going.
Of course.
Heads up.
What's the plan?
Moving out. Nick,
All you gotta do is ask.
your thoughts?
Shame you're not a synth. We could keep this going until Judgment Day. Though I guess maybe we already missed it.
Oh, nothing.
Sure.
You know, Nick, if you wanted to stay in Acadia, you'd be welcome here.
Thanks, but I've got my own place back in Diamond City.
Among humans. Here you'd be with your own kind.
I hate to break it to you, but I define my kind as people I know, that I trust.